is Marcus Corval with Studio MMA and MMA Nut, and we're here in Las Vegas at Sergio Pina's with Stephan Bonnar, the American Psycho. First of all, where'd you get your nickname from, American Psycho?
On The Ultimate Fighter, Season 1, you know. The first week, we gave each other nicknames. Chris Lieben was getting drunk and talking about, I smash cats. We called him the Cat Smasher. The Canadian guy, Thacker, we called him Strange Brew. It was a good nickname. They actually called me Ivy League at first because I looked like a nerd that went to Harvard or something. But after training with me and hearing some of my stories, Chris Sanford made up American Psycho, and it stuck.
Is there any story in particular that stood out that really made the name American Psycho? It's scaring me a little bit now.
Yeah, a couple of them, but let's not go there.
We're just watching you rolling here, and man, you're a big 205er. You're fighting a big opponent in Kyle Kingsbury as well. Do you feel that your size, your strength is one of the intimidating factors that makes you feel more comfortable going into fights?
No, I mean, honestly, never felt like I'm like too strong. I've never been like, a big power strength guy, more of an endurance guy. So, no, I got good size though. It's never been a problem making weight, but he's a pretty big 205er. But I think the techniques will make more of a difference in strength.
Like you mentioned, the Ultimate Fighter Season 1, Kyle Kingsbury comes off being on the Ultimate Fighter as well. And is it amazing to see what you guys started on this Ultimate Fighter Season 1, where it's come to and where it came from?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. It's nice being on the first season. I always knew the show would be a hit, but a lot of other people didn't. That first season was a trip. They really didn't know what was going on. They told us we wouldn't be fighting at first, and then only fight at the end, and don't worry about making weight. Then you are fighting. Then it's only going to be 3 3-minute rounds, and then it's going to be can't count on your record. They thought they wouldn't be able to fight till the end because you have to count it on your record. That's a rule. But now then they came out with we'll make an exhibition. So it was really disorganized, to say the least, and they kind of figured it out as they went along. But now, 12 seasons later, they really got the hang of it. So.
Yeah, they're running a tight ship at the Ultimate Fighter and definitely panned out anything. But being part of it, we actually spoke to Dan Punkaz from Tap Out yesterday, and he said one of the memories that stand out the most to him is standing at the finale, you and Forrest Griffin, and going, wow, what is it that we've been part of creating, and that was one of his most epic moments in the MMA history. How does it feel being part of that?
It's pretty cool. I mean, nowadays there's great fights all the time, but the problem is the next week there's a new fight card, and it's like people forget about them. But that was the first time on live TV, so after that, I believe there's a pay-per-view the next week, but, it wasn't like there was too many other fights going on, so it was an easy one to remember. That's what I took of it.
You find in Kingsbury's backyard, basically. He's from Northern California. Vegas is your home. Does it matter at all when you step into that cage? Does it affect you at all, fighting at home, fighting away?
I'm pretty excited to be fighting in his backyard, I'd rather spoil his night. I'd rather see tears in the eyes of his friends and family, It's no pressure on me. A lot of pressure when all your friends and family come out, So, I like it this way. I want to be the bad guy.
You want to be the bad guy?
Yeah.
I think you're too nice of a guy to come across as a bad guy.
They're going to be going for him, but that's good. I like that. I want to see him with a lot of fans that are disappointed at the end of the night.
You mentioned Chris Lieben previously, who's also got a new nickname, the Crippler, obviously, and he definitely crippled Wanderlei Silva in his last fight. And a lot of you guys have come a long way, not just from your season, but a lot of season. And this season especially, I have to say, we see a lot of talent. Do you follow the Ultimate Fighter still? Do you watch it?
Yeah, I do.
Do you watch the Swedish fighter Akira Corazoni, who's on right now?
Yeah, he's crazy, huh? He's a bit of a hothead, right? Temper, right?
A little bit of a temper.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's funny. The one thing I see though is You got a lot of guys who are good strikers, tough guys, good wrestlers. But I see like on the ground some holes in the jiu-jitsu part. Just overall. Some of the guys are really good, but that's a big difference I see. It seems like everyone's a tough, good fighter, but good striker, decent wrestling. But I see some holes on the ground.
Wrestling has definitely taken over a lot, so to speak, in mixed martial arts, especially in the UFC inside of the octagon, like you mentioned, and the level of jiu-jitsu might have gone down a little bit. And you are still, you practice a lot of jiu-jitsu. Do you still train in gi as well?
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I put it on, though, because I got a fight coming up. But, always maybe once, twice a week. And then, about 5 weeks out from the fight, I kind of put the gi away.
So, back to Akira Kurosani in this season of TUF.
Do you know him from back home?
Oh, absolutely. We were out last night together. We've known each other for years from back in, from the same city. But being in...
crazy when he drinks?
You know what? He doesn't drink very much. And as he...
That's good.
He's definitely a little bit of a hothead. He likes the cameras.
But he's on the show, and I'm like, I probably wouldn't want to go out drinking with that guy. I'd probably end up in a bunch of fights.
He's actually one of the nicest guys I know. A lot of people won't believe that right now, and I know he's out in getting a little bit of he's going through a little bit of a rough time now on the show and getting a lot of hate mail, so to speak. Talking about that, you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Did he tap or did he not tap?
Yeah, it looked like he tapped enough.
So you say it was definitely a stoppage?
You can't, if you tap a little bit, it's still a tap, you can't be like, I hardly tapped.
Talk about Ivory School. You look, you're very well spoken. You like they said on season 1, you are.
Yeah, I didn't go to an Ivy League school. I went to Purdue.
Purdue? That's still not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
But you look a bit like, Charles Sonnen. Not looks-wise per se, but well-spoken.
Yeah,
you get that a lot?
Yeah, I think we had the same mailman, me and Chael Sonnen. My long-lost brother.
And he's been very outspoken lately. And obviously it's fighting, but it's also business, it's marketability and promotion. He's been very outspoken about Brazilians. All a show, or is there something to it?
Well, it's warfare. Like, you could tell he gets in Anderson's head. Anderson's so used to everyone respecting him, so much. And for the first fight, he didn't at all. And it kind of bothered Anderson, Then the fight came around, and he didn't respect him. He just went straight out, started swarming him. And when a guy's that much technically better than you, that's what you got to do, That's your best bet of winning. And then after he beat Stan, when he got on the mic, and first thing he said was Anderson Silva, started talking shit, and you could tell it bothered Anderson.
He's also been pretty outspoken about other Brazilians. Taking it too far, or is it still good promotion?
Well, I think the bottom line is he's getting in Anderson's head and he's making him feel uncomfortable, and that's his main goal. I don't think his main goal is to piss off all of Brazil. I think it's warfare, mental warfare against Anderson.
Warfare. Chris Lieben's fighting next week against Mark Munoz. He's definitely been in some wars lately. When you were in that house, did you realize that you were surrounded by guys who are going to take this sport far, get to the level that you guys are at today?
I knew Diego would be good. I knew Kenny had a lot of potential. I knew Koscheck had a lot of potential. Lieben, good fighter. Yeah, so I thought, there were a lot of guys that would make it in the UFC.
And today, just the guys still stay in contact at all?
Yeah, I'm still friends with a lot of the guys from season 1. Me and Forrest have always gotten along. Alex Schoenhauer are friends, and when Lieben's in town, we always hang out. So.
Did you go drinking with him?
Oh, yeah.
And you're worried about Hamid to go drinking with Chris Lieben?
That's a good point, yeah. Well, he's actually been on the wagon lately, Chris Lieben has, so he's turning over a new leaf. But, we've been out a lot of times drinking. He's a handful, a lot of fun.
Any predictions for his fight with Mark Munoz?
Me, I'm pulling for the Cat Smasher all the way. I'm going with Lieben.
You heard it from the American Psycho, going for the Cat Smasher. Watch him on November 19th in San Jose against Kyle Kingsbury. Thank you very much, Stephan.
Thank you.